Royal Commission into Mental Health has examined the stigma around the issue in its first day of public hearings. Let's go live now to Patrick Murrell, who's been at the hearing today. Pat, the Commissioner heard from some high-profile Victorians, in fact, as well as ordinary citizens today.
Yeah, that's right, David. Good afternoon. It's certainly a sign that mental health can affect anybody, regardless of their social standing. The Commissioner opened up today's first public hearing saying that society has a challenge before it and that this Royal Commission is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape a broken system, and that it's out not just to fill potholes, but to forge a new road altogether. The first person to take the stand was Wayne Schwass, a former AFL footballer who struggled with anxiety as well as depression throughout his career. In fact, in 1996, when he was part of the premiership team for the North Melbourne Kangaroos, it should have been a high point in his life. Instead, he was contemplating taking his own life. He says he didn't seek help because he didn't want to be perceived as weak, and that there's a stigma around mental health, particularly for males who don't want to be perceived as weak or emotional. And that's something that the Commission will be examining over the next few weeks, because it was a sentiment echoed by another 27-year-old who's been in and out of the mental health system, in and out of psychiatric wards as well as jail, saying that there's not enough support for males out there, and that's why they're so overrepresented in suicide statistics. We also heard some pretty emotional stories from former Trade Minister and Liberal Party elder Andrew Robb, who struggled with depression for over 40 years. He says it started as a little black dog that grew to a big black dog, but he didn't seek help, and it really only sought help when it peaked during the leadership turmoil when the coalition was in opposition under Malcolm Turnbull. He sought Jeff Kennett, who then was then head of Beyond Blue, and was then able to get help from there. He says that there's a stigma still around mental health, and this is something that needs to be eradicated. Take a listen.
The thing is, so little has been spent on the science of the brain because I think of this stigma over the decades.
Now, he concluded today's hearing. It will continue tomorrow. There'll be hearings until July the 26th. This Royal Commission focusing not on individual cases or complaints, but the system as a whole and any shortcomings it has.
All right, Patrick Murrell, thank you very much for the update on that. It's going to be a very interesting inquiry. It may cause some distress as well. If anyone you know or yourself feeling distressed, you can call Lifeline 13 11 14 or visit lifeline.org.au/get help.